Hello friends, I am Dr. Prashant Sharma and you are watching MEDICO'S Hub. In this video I am going to discuss the Renin Angiotensin System or RAS. RAS starts with angiotensinogen, which is also known as renin substrate. This is synthesized by liver. Its production is increased by gate C. This is glucocorticoids, angiotensin 2, thyroid hormones, estrogen, and the cytokines. It is physiologically inactive and is made up of 353 amino acids. This angiotensinogen or renin substrate is converted to another physiologically inactive substrate, that is angiotensin 1. So this is done by, this conversion is mediated by renin. Renin is secreted by JG cells. JG cells are juxtaglomerular cells, and these cells are activated by certain conditions in body like hyponatremia, hyperkalemia, hypovolemia, hypotension, cardiac failure, cirrhosis, then constriction of renal arteries, activation of sympathetic nervous system, then prolonged standing and psychological depression. So these are the certain conditions that will stimulate the JG cells to release renin. Then finally angiotensin 1 is produced by the action of renin, and it is also physiologically inactive metabolite and is made up of 10 amino acids, that is, it is decapeptide. Then angiotensin 1 is converted to angiotensin 2 in presence of an enzyme that is known as ACE. ACE is angiotensin converting enzyme. It's important to note that the synthesis of ACE is mainly done by endothelial cells of lung capillaries, and minor production is by kidneys and other tissues in body. ACE is also of two types, that is somatic ACE and germinal ACE. Germinal ACE is found in sperms, while the somatic ACE is found in all body cells. Now this is very important, angiotensin 2. It is most potent angiotensin. It is most active angiotensin. It is made up of 8 amino acid, that is, it is octapeptide. Now this will act on certain receptors. Now what are these receptors? These receptors are angiotensin 1A receptors and angiotensin 1B receptors. Angiotensin 1A receptors are found in blood vessels and also found in brain, while angiotensin 1B receptors are found in adrenal cortex. So the effects of angiotensin is because of its action on angiotensin 1A receptors and the angiotensin 1B receptor. Now what is the effect on blood vessels? When angiotensin 2 acts upon AT1 receptors of blood vessels, then following effects are observed. It produces potent vasoconstriction, which is 8 times than that of norepinephrine. The SBP and DBP both increases. Then it is observed that this pressure effect decreases in patients having cirrhosis or patients suffering from sodium depletion. Then on brain, it acts on those areas which are outside the blood-brain barrier. For example, it will act on area postrema, because of which it reduces the sensitivity to baroreceptor reflex. Then it acts on subfornical organ and OVLT, that is organum vasculosum lamina terminalis, to produce dipsogenic effect. It also increases the release of ADH and ACTH. When it acts on AT1B receptors of adrenal cortex, it releases aldosterone. It results in aldosterone release, because of which sodium and water retention occurs, while potassium depletion may occur, that is excretion may occur, leading to depletion. And finally the extracellular fluid increases and the cardiac output also increases. There are some other actions of angiotensin 2. Other actions. Now what are these other actions? It will stimulate, it will act on PCT and sodium reabsorption increases due to activity of sodium H-ion exchanger. Second, it acts on postganglionic neurons of sympathetic nervous system in adrenal medulla, because of which norepinephrine Second, it acts on postganglionic neurons of adrenal medulla. Second is it acts on post ganglionic neurons of parasympathetic nervous system in adrenal medulla, because of which norepinephrine release is enhanced or increased. Finally, it results in contraction of mesangial cells, which lead to decreased GFR. So, the major action of renin angiotensin system is because of angiotensin 2, and this angiotensin 2 is converted to angiotensin 3 by angiotensinase enzyme. This angiotensin 3 is having 100% aldosterone activity and 40% pressor activity. Thereafter, one more aminopeptidase act upon the angiotensin 3 and it converts into angiotensin 4, which is very less active. Finally, inactive metabolites are formed. So this is renin angiotensin system. Hit the like button, share and subscribe our channel to get the latest updates and notifications.